What if I told you that the kindest person in town was slowly killing herself with her own generosity? This is the story of Emma, and it might just shatter everything you think you know about kindness. In a small village nestled between rolling green hills, there lived a woman named Emma, known by everyone as the Saint. She had a heart so golden, so pure, that she couldn't say no to anyone. When her neighbor needed groceries, Emma dropped everything, her own dinner growing cold on the table. When her co-worker needed help, she stayed late. Again. When complete strangers asked for favors, Emma smiled through her exhaustion and whispered softly, "Of course." Emma's garden was the most beautiful in the entire village, filled with vibrant flowers that danced under the sun. But there was something heartbreakingly sad about that garden. While it bloomed magnificently for others to admire, Emma never, ever had time to sit in it herself. One scorching summer morning, Emma's body finally surrendered. She collapsed from pure exhaustion while helping her fifth person that day, her knees striking the pavement as the world went black. When she awoke, she was lying in a quiet hospital bed. Tears slipped silently down her face as fatigue wrapped around her like a heavy blanket. Beside her lay an elderly woman, her eyes filled with gentle wisdom. "You have such a beautiful heart, dear," the woman whispered, her voice like a warm breeze. "But tell me, when was the last time you watered your own soul?" Emma blinked, confused. Her voice trembled. I don't understand. I help everyone. Isn't that what good people do?" The wise woman looked at her tenderly. "Let me tell you about the river that gave and gave until it dried up completely," she said softly. "The river was so generous, so loving, that it shared every last drop with every village, every farm, every thirsty traveler. But one day, it had nothing left to give, and the villages it loved so dearly began to wither and die because their generous river was gone." Hot tears spilled down Emma's cheeks. What should the river have done?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. "The river learned the hardest lesson of all," the woman said gently, "that to truly serve others, it must first serve itself." It began saying no to some requests, saving precious water for the dry seasons ahead. And that's when it realized boundaries aren't cruel walls. They're the loving banks that keep the river flowing strong and clear. That night, Emma lay awake staring at the ceiling, her heart aching with truth. She saw her whole life flash before her, all those yeses she gave while slowly fading away inside. Her kindness had become her cage. The next week, her demanding boss asked her to sacrifice yet another weekend. Emma's hands shook as she took a deep breath. I can't this time," she said quietly, "but I can help you find another solution." Her boss paused, surprised, and for the first time, looked at her with respect. Later, when her friend called for emotional support for the third time that day, Emma's voice trembled with love and honesty. "I care about you deeply, but I need a little time to recharge so I can truly be there for you tomorrow." And something magical happened. People didn't abandon Emma as she feared. Instead, they respected her more. Her relationships grew deeper, richer, because when she said yes, people knew it came from a place of genuine love, not guilty obligation. For the first time in years, Emma finally sat in her own garden. She closed her eyes as the soft wind kissed her face and the scent of roses surrounded her. Tears of relief streamed down her cheeks as she whispered to herself, Taking care of myself isn't selfish, it's essential. Because a wilted gardener cannot tend a thriving garden. Months later, Emma's world was transformed. She still helped others. Oh, how she loved helping. But this time from a place of overflowing strength, not desperate depletion. She learned that being good doesn't mean being available to everyone all the time. It means being honest, authentic, and sustainable in your kindness. The village still called her generous, but now they spoke another word with reverence. Wise. So remember this truth with all your heart. Your kindness is not measured by how often you say yes, but by how meaningful your yes becomes when you also have the courage to say no. Emma's story touches something deep within the soul. It reminds us that setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's the most loving thing you can do. If this story moved you, if it made your heart ache with recognition, please hit that like button. It tells me these stories are reaching the hearts that need them most. And if you're hungry for more life-changing tales that awaken your spirit, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell